And look at this. Coleman finds queens.
But a lot of big hands dealt.
The big pairs keep being dished out like it's nothing.
We've seen aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, nines, eights, sevens. Those we've seen those for sure.
Yeah, you're right. We need to keep like a bingo card and like cross off all the big hands that we see. And then we have to have some sort of payoff in case we hit a bingo. DeStefano calls from big blind with king 10, or excuse me, king deuce of hearts. King jack 9 2 hearts, the nuts basically for Dylan DeStefano. Coleman has the queen of hearts as well. Donnie, for queens, you know, as far as flops go with an overcard, this is not the worst flop.
No, not the worst. Also not the worst, given that you're the pre-flop raiser. You know, those two things in combination certainly work well for Coleman to come out betting, and he does. 110K. I think, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think Coleman is probably going to be fine to call a check raise if that's what DeStefano does. DeStefano, alright, he's just going to make the call.
Turn card. Queen of diamonds.
What in the world?
Speak of a spicy card here. Coleman hits a set. DeStefano still with top pair and that king high flush draw. DeStefano checks again. 550 in the middle. How concerned are we about a 10, Donnie, from both these players' perspectives?
I feel like it's kind of pretty even that both players could have, you know, a lot of 10s. Maybe it leans a little more in favor of DeStefano because he can have like the jack 10s or the 10 9s. But you know, why can't Coleman have an ace 10, a king 10, you know, a jack 10, 9 10 himself? Certainly either of these players could have flopped it with a queen 10. Now, if you're Coleman, you have a good thing in that you have two queens, so you can take out those queen 10s from the range of your opponent more so. Coleman comes kind of smallish here. DeStefano's not going anywhere. We're going to see a river. I mean, there's the 10.
Wow. Absolute wow on the river. A single ace, of course, would do all the damage here. But we can see that this hand will be a chop unless one of them decides to fold.
In terms of ranges, though, I would think that Coleman has a handful more aces in his range than DeStefano does. So if Coleman also reads into that,
550,
then he's going to come with a bet, and he is here.
Wow.
You know, he's thinking, I have more aces here than the big blind does, so I'm going to bet, and I'm going to try and take this down. And we see this at times. Oh, and he gives it up.
Wow, DeStefano gives it up, and Coleman turns what could have been a frustrating river card into a nice little profit.